Okay, we're going to prime the fuel line in the heater, and so I've got the housing off of the heater there, just enough diesel fuel to give her a good test run here. And so I'm going to hit the this settings button up here and this right button here at the same time, and on the screen it's going to say H off, and I'm going to hit that button. I might need to hit the other one, and now it's on. Now our pump, I don't know if you'd be able to hear it. I believe I have my mic on. Let me put my mic up to it. So that pump, sorry for any microphone noise, so that pump is running, and what I'm letting it do is I'm letting it prime diesel fuel in there. Now I'm not going to let it flood itself out, and that's why I'm watching it. I think a lot of people let it flood, and I'm not going to let it do that. I'm just going to let it start getting fluid pumping through there good, and once it starts getting fluid built up a little bit, pumped through there, then I'll go ahead and attempt to run it through a cycle. So, and we're getting there. Looks like it's pumping pretty good. So sorry, I didn't do that in frame. I just hit the right button and shut it off. So I'm gonna back out of the options there, and I'm doing horrible on keeping stuff in frame. Let me go ahead and put the outer housing on, and then we'll fire it up. Okay, so now we've got the housing back on the unit, and I'm just going to click the power button, and we will see what happens. Take a peek at how many watts we're pulling down here. It's blinking, and I'm right next to the mic, probably yelling in it, sorry. Looks like 61 watts, 64 watts, 67 watts, and that's going to jump up when the glow plug comes on. The glow plug's not on yet, and it's probably going to take a little bit of pumping yet. I don't think the glow plug's on. I see something lit up in there. I don't know if that's the glow plug icon right there. A little bit of air coming out down here. Of course, the fan will be running. I don't hear the pump running yet. And I show 132 watts currently, what we're pulling, so I would believe the glow plug's on if it's pulling 132 watts. Now the pump's on, 139 watts, and I'm starting to hear something. I do believe that we are firing up. See the pump indicator there. Boy, if that wasn't a simple, quick, easy start up, and I'm already feeling heat coming out. And I'll show you down here if it a display. It says 127 watts. So 127 watts, of course, when the glow plug shuts off, that will drop down considerably. I don't know if you can hear that, but the blower just kicked up a level. Wow. And it's not even remotely warmed up yet. It's kind of warm air coming out of it. Hopefully it's not blowing in the mic. I've got a mic muff on this. It is definitely heating up. I see 3 bars now, my first yellow bar on the screen there. And I think this thing fires up and gets really, really fired up, and then it backs back down to what you have it set at, if I'm not mistaken. So this is my first time running it, and running one of these at all. So this is pretty cool. She is definitely getting warm. I can't see the screen. Okay, I see 2 yellow bars now. It is definitely getting warm. I don't believe that I see the glow plug indicator anymore, so let's take a look down here. And I don't know again if you can see that because of the blinking, but I show now I show 52 watts, 38 watts. I don't know if we've got an error going on, or because it's really kicked down. Maybe that's oh, okay, that's what I've got it set to. So it's running where I got it set. It fired up, it's completely fired up, it's up to temperature, and that's what I've got it set to, which is the lowest setting. Man, I'll tell you what, that got up and going really quick, especially for a first run. I am highly impressed. Now, a big trick of that was me priming it like I did, and also not flooding the system out. That was 2 important things to note when I did that. I didn't flood the system out, and the air that's coming out of there, out of the exhaust, it's hot, but out of the exhaust here, or out of the fan here, it's not that warm. So my biggest concern is that this box will get a little on the warm side, but I'm pretty sure that that ain't got nothing on a computer being in there. So not as long as I keep the air moving. Wow, she's just humming along. And like I say, that's the low setting. Let me pump it up here. I'll pump it up and then I'll close this video because I'll do a shutdown. Well, I can do that. Okay, I guess 5.5 is my high end on that. They say, and I don't know, they say they're best, and it makes sense to me that you want to fire these things up and let them really, really warm up good before you do a shutdown. And that helps clear them out. That makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Man, I am highly impressed with this heater. That thing is pumping out some heat. And the best thing about it is even on high, I'm pulling, I don't know if you can see that, 67 watts, 63, 60, 66. So, you know, that's a fair amount. Now, some people might be wondering, well, why don't you just run that off your 12 volt port? Well, these are only good for 4 amps, and this one's only good for 8 amps. So that's why I'm not running directly off of that, because it's not rated high enough for this. So anyway, yeah, running full speed, hanging around between 60 and 70 watts consumption. Not bad at all. And if you do the math, 5 kilowatts works out to just over 17,000 BTU. Man, that is warm air coming out of there. Wow, that's like hot. You can't even hold your hand very close to it. That's like hot, hot. Wow. Check the case now. See, the case is still cool to the touch. And one of my reasons for doing this was so that you'd be able to set this right on the floor, even if it was carpet. and you know, you wouldn't have to worry about anything getting too hot. Just slightly, and I mean like lukewarm air coming out of the back fan here. I'm sure that's pumping out heat. Yeah. You don't want to get near the front of that exhaust, but this here is pumping out heat. Or not pumping out heat, it's lukewarm, I mean. But the front's pumping out heat like crazy. That is awesome. That is going to work very, very well, my friends. Now we'll go ahead and do a shutdown. I'm not totally certain if you just hit it or if you have to hit it and hold it. I guess you got to hit it and hold it. So, and there we go. Hit it and hold it. And it's now starting its cool down process. That is an incredibly awesome heater. Wow. Wow. So I do show the glow plug is lit back up. I don't know, because we're only pulling, well, we're 80 watts right now, 83. So I guess it probably is firing back up. Yep, it is. So the glow plug is certainly, I don't know, like I say, if that screen's flashing for you. 100 watts, 103 watts. So that glow plug is firing back up just to clean everything off of it. Any gunk or anything that's on it, just to make sure that it's good and clean and dry. And then of course the rest of the unit, the block you see in there, that's got to cool down. So that's why that fan's running. Just a nice slow cool down. That way you don't, you know, cook anything off from, you know, just shutting that off, not allowing that fan to cool down that block, that heater block there. That it's like a big heat sink is what it is, and really kind of needs to cool down gently. So that's what it's doing. It's just allowing that to cool down enough so nothing gets damaged, so that it doesn't essentially boil the fuel, you know. I don't know why it's powering back to a higher speed. I don't know if you heard that, but huh. Well, I didn't turn it on. I do have the remote in my pocket. I wonder if I could have possibly hit the button. No, I think this is part of the power down sequence. I assume, I don't know. I'll try to hold the power button down again and see. The remote shows it's off. I don't know. First time of running it, I don't know that I'd ever seen somebody show the entire cool down. No, it's cooling down. I'm sorry. It's cooling down. See, I saw it say 5.5, and you know what? I didn't hear the pump kick back on. It said 5.5 on the screen, and I thought, what? Oh, that's probably because that was the level I did have it set at. Never mind. Never mind. I heard the fan kick up, and that's when I noticed it say 5.5, and I thought the two was connected, and you know. And there you go. It is shut down. It is shut down. That's it. Man, that is one handy dandy heater. Anyway, I hope you learned something. I hope you found maybe an alternative for heat I think this setup's going to do well. I'm very impressed with the first run of it. That was as easy as it gets getting that thing going. So, alrighty. I hope you have a great day. I shall talk to you all later. Shalom.